Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Trailmakers, and today I have a new invention to try out. I'm going to create a wrecking ball that is made out of small cannons. So I guess you could call it a cannonball. And this is somewhat related to something I did a couple years ago in Trailmakers, where I actually made a flying ball out of, like, big cannons. But that was kind of like a self-sufficient hover drone thing. This one is going to be like an actual wrecking ball that dangles from something that is just literally surrounded by cannons, and we're going to be using the small cannons because we'll be able to fit more of them and they'll fire faster. But the problem with that is if the entire ball is made out of cannons, how are you going to use it without destroying yourself? Because whatever you're hanging it from is going to have a base somewhere, and it's going to be in the line of fire no matter what. Unless you're not on the ground and you're actually above it. So this is going to be a wrecking ball made out of cannons that is dangling from a drone. Let's start off with building the wrecking ball first so we know exactly what we're working with here and what we're going to have to lift off of the ground. So this is probably going to make a good center point right here. All right, so we got these tiny cannons that are a somewhat new addition to the game. I mean, compared to all the other parts, these are one of the more recent ones introduced. And these are really, really nice because they have a very small footprint when it comes to attaching them, which means that we can have them very close to each other. So now I just gotta figure out how to... This is actually kind of big, isn't it? I think I'm gonna go down a little bit. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a little bit more reasonable. All right, so now I gotta figure out how to fill in all of this space with cannons. Creating curves on build grids is always a challenge. All right, I think I pretty much got it. Now, all I really gotta do is hook up this sensor to just the steering hinges. This is oh no, this is gonna be such a nightmare to program. Just all of the steering hinges, no problem at all. All right, is that everything? Oh, that's an interesting shape. That is not the shape I was going for, but that is a very interesting shape. I like it. Look at that. That is cool. Definitely unintentional, but let's see if we can figure out what went wrong here. All right, did I fix it? I think everything is going in the appropriate direction now. I do feel like it is missing something on the corners though, like this area here. I don't know if I can add to that. All right, I did it. It is so much more filled out now. And this is just a nightmare for logic connections. Like, look at all, like some of these are steering hinges and some of these are cannons, and they have to be distinct from each other. So now we have to attach this thing to a drone somehow. So I think it makes the most sense to actually get rid of all the top ones, because the drone is going to be above it. So this is what it's going to look like. That actually looks pretty cool just on its own. And that way we can attach it right here and not have to worry about shooting ourselves, presumably. All right, so now the fun part is I almost forgot that this was a thing until just now. You can use steering hinges as legitimate free-floating hinges now because you can set the strength down to 0. So I'll create a bit of a rope here by combining steering hinges with rods every so often. We don't want to have a whole bunch of steering hinges because then it'll just make it unnecessarily laggy, but I'm thinking that this should probably be sideways. That way our drone doesn't just fall down on top of it when we spawn in. And to make things even more interesting, on top of the hinges, I'm going to add a bunch of pistons. We can actually extend this if we want to. All right, so now we're just gonna build an aerial vehicle capable of lifting this thing and flying around with it without falling out of the sky. Okay, I think I got a super basic design here. So by default, it's gonna hover a little bit just to offset some of that weight. But I can always press space to bring it on up. There we go. So this is working okay so far. And then I put some logic in for some controls so I can go forward like this. I should probably maybe add... Oh, that's we got some pretty decent speed there. I can slow down and go backwards, and I can also use those same thrusters to turn around and do all this fancy stuff. Yeah, that's right, turning is fancy. But let's see if this thing can survive activating the cannonball itself. And then once we get that situated, then we actually got to try to wreck things with this wrecking cannonball. All right, and 3, 2, 1, activate. Oh no. Oh no, those bullets are getting real close to me, I feel like. All right, let's move forward. Pretend like we're actually trying to do something here. All right, yeah, we can totally swing this into stuff, and we seem to be surviving pretty well, so that's good. This thing looks cool, doesn't it? That looks really cool. I'm honestly surprised it hasn't hit me. I think our invention has just become a reality. I kind of want this thing to shoot faster, though, so I'm going to offset some of these to shoot in between the other ones. So I put it on a delay of 0.25 because I'm pretty sure these are shooting at half-second intervals. That means all the ones on the corners. There we go. That's just gonna give us more coverage, you know? Oh, this looks great. Oh, I forgot to actually test. I should be able to lower it down, which doesn't make much sense because I can just like change my entire altitude. But as you can see, I can extend it so it's actually hanging lower from me, which it really doesn't make that much of a difference. And I just shot part of myself, apparently. All right, well, you know, it's still not perfectly safe. Believe it or not, the wrecking ball is not the safest thing, the cannon wrecking ball. But the only real way to determine its effectiveness is to spawn in a bunch of, you know, cars or something to wreck with it. All right, are we ready for some cannon wrecking ball action? All right, let's go ahead and lower it down a little bit so we can hover up higher here, and we will activate it. And now I just gotta swing it into stuff. There we go. I mean, it's the cannons that are supposed to be doing the most damage, not the actual contact. Oh no, I've just taken off some of my gimbals. It doesn't work like a regular wrecking ball, okay? That's what makes this unique and different. And it doesn't actually see. Oh, there we go. We did some damage there. Oh my god, we've taken off the roofs of the cars. All right, I'm gonna need to get. Wait. No, wait. I can't turn these off. No, I can't turn these ones off. Hey. Hey. I think part of it is when you hit something with this, it turns the ball sideways. Okay, it didn't even matter if I hit anything. I'm just killing myself at this point. Okay, hold on. I think there's a way to make this less likely to happen. I'm just gonna delete this one. So that way it doesn't have the ability to just rotate on that axis right there. There's a little bit more distance between the rotation points. All right, let's see if that makes a difference. It should be harder for it to point up towards me now. There we go. There we go. Yeah, see, this is a very different kind of wrecking ball. This one, you just gotta gently tap what you're wrecking. You don't gotta do the whole process of swinging it with a bunch of momentum because the bullets have the momentum. Oh boy, that was almost bad. Oh, it kind of was bad. I am no longer symmetrical. All right, I'm extending the rope now. This is not going well. Oh, it's so jerky right now. Why is it bouncing? Oh, and we're going off into the sky again. This is such a dumb idea. Who came up with this? Oh yeah, that's right. I did. All right, you know what I feel like we need? We need a building, and I'm gonna build this building out of smaller pieces because I think they'll have less health that way. All right, you like my building? I built it. Hence the name building. All right, let's see if we can see any discernible damage to this building now. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're seeing some of the effects here. Yeah. Just look at all those pieces fall off. This is satisfying. All right, I think I need a little bit more thruster power, maybe. There, oh no, I'm tipping the whole thing up. All right, this thing actually works as a normal wrecking ball, kind of, too. All right, now that we've disabled the building, because this is totally how demolition works. Now that we gotta kick him while he's down. Man, look at, it's just shredding. Like Swiss cheese style shredding. Do you like shredded cheese? Because that's apparently how the cannon wrecking ball works. Or wrecking cannon, I don't know what order to put those words in. The wrecking cannonball or the cannon wrecking ball? I think wrecking cannonball. I don't know, they both kind of just make sense. All right, the building's done. It's been completely annihilated. That was a very successful demolition. Let's spawn in a couple of these. We have a whole apartment complex to take down now. The ScrapMan demolition services have been hired to demolish these 3 apartments. So, of course, I'm bringing in the heavy-duty equipment using my original patent-pending wrecking cannonball. We're just gonna go ahead and hover right in the middle here. And we should pretty much just start taking down. Oh boy, it's lagging the game out bad. Oh, it is lagging the game out so bad. But we should start taking all the buildings down. Oh, one by one, just like this. This is crazy. The roof fell off of that building. Oh, this is hard to control, which is understandable, but it's not really about precision with the wrecking cannonball, you see. It just annihilates everything just in its general vicinity. And look at that, all 3 buildings disabled. All right, I think this is a wonderful demonstration of my patent-pending technology, never before seen, wrecking cannonball. Courtesy of ScrapMan Industries, turning things to scrap since 2016. That's right, that's how old my channel actually is. I started this channel in 2016. So what do you guys think? Do you like the cannon wrecking ball? Do you think I should pitch this to some demolition companies? I'm sure they'll be willing to pay handsomely for it. As long as you ignore all the potential for collateral damage, it should be a perfectly safe piece of machinery here. If you guys enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy some other stuff on the channel as well. You can check that out on the end screen right here. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.